Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing plus on-feet video of the brand new Nike Free 5.0 for 2014. Now inside the box, all you get are the shoes themselves, so let me get these out of the box really quickly. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are surprised that you're seeing a pair of running shoes as today's video. Now the reason why I figured I'd feature these shoes is because one, they're going to be very popular, and two, I think that running shoes, for the most part, are fairly relevant to soccer as a whole. It's just as important to train off the field as it is to train on the field, and given that this is going to be probably one of the most popular running shoes of the year, I figured it would be cool to showcase it on the channel. Let me know what you guys think of showcasing running shoes every now and again. It's something that I personally have an interest in, so I figured enough of you would as well. And it wouldn't be all the time, it would just be once in a while when there's a very, very popular model being released. But nonetheless, leave your comment down below, let me know what you think of this idea. And basically here is the new Nike Free 5.0 for 2014. Definitely a very, very interesting shoe. It's not too far off as far as the upper is concerned from the previous model for 2013. It's got all the same elements, the fuse, the mesh, the dynamic flywire, but really the big change this time around is actually the outsole, or the Nike Free system, if you will. This is really what makes the Nike Free a Nike Free, in that it's heavily segmented and moves in pretty much all directions pretty freely. Now this is the 5.0 model, and just to explain what that means exactly is that it is the highest offset you're going to find out of the entire Nike Free line. So they have a 5.0 model as well as a 4.0 and 3.0, and basically the 5.0 model has the highest offset, so it's 8 millimeters higher in the heel than it is in the forefoot. Kind of a little bit lower than a traditional running shoe, but more along the lines of a traditional running shoe, I should say, while still maintaining this more barefoot aesthetic with the ultra flexible outsole. Now you can see that the outsole itself is segmented different than what we've seen in the past from the Nike Free models. Normally there's straight lines across. This time they've gone with this hexagon pattern that actually makes a lot of sense to me. It's very, very flexible. Doesn't feel a lot different from what we've previously seen from Nike Free models. It's just as flexible, but it's definitely a cool design change, and something that I think is a good idea overall by Nike and should perform pretty well. The outsole itself is made from a very soft, very spongy phyllite foam, and I think that's something that is pretty deceiving about the Nike Frees. They're a little bit more low profile, which makes them good as trainers for soccer players, just because soccer cleats are pretty low profile as it is, so you don't want to necessarily be training in a pair of running shoes that are ultra cushioned, just because it's not necessarily a realistic depiction of running on a soccer field. So generally when I train for soccer, I like to run in lower profile shoes, which is why I'm such a big fan of the Nike Free series. So you have a phyllite foam all the way through, and given that it does look very low profile, it actually provides a surprising amount of underfoot cushion. They're very, very comfortable shoes as well because of that natural flexibility. It's pretty much no extra rubber on the bottom other than these three little pieces right here at the tip of the toe and these couple pieces here at the back of the heel. These are kind of in the high wear zones, or the zones where you would need that little bit of extra grip right at the tip of the toe, and then your crash area right here at the heel, depending on your running style. So for the most part, definitely a very interesting design choice by Nike. Very curious to see how it is actually going to perform, although I suspect that it's not going to be too far off from previous Nike Free models. As far as the upper itself is concerned, you can see I went for the Nightshade colorway. It's available in a bunch of different colors right off the bat, and the shoe itself is fairly reasonable when it comes to price. You can pick them up for $100 US. It just released today actually, so this is brand new. And basically you have a couple different variations of mesh, and all the mesh this time around in comparison to the previous models to me just feel a little bit more premium. They're just as soft, but you can see that it's a more complex weave and it looks more durable and looks, like I said, a little bit nicer than what we've seen on previous models. So you have this very kind of soft, fairly thick mesh right here at the toe. I don't think that there's too much breathability to it, to be completely honest. It seems pretty closed. You can see there's also some underlays of a different variation of mesh that feels a little bit harder. And then going through to the back of the heel as well as through the midfoot, you can see there's a thicker woven mesh. It almost looks a little bit like fly knit, but it isn't. It's just kind of a thicker weave. Looks very, very cool. And I think that's really the only purpose that it serves. There's also a thin layer of Volt yellow mesh underneath. Not sure if you guys can see that. And it's covered up by this fused on ventilation area with your dynamic flywire, 4 cables on either side. running through the lacing system, and that's going to provide that midfoot support when you pull the laces tight, keep everything locked in place, but you're still going to have lots of freedom and movement and have a nice comfortable fit in the forefoot area because it's just a very soft open mesh material. So you have your fuse going all the way throughout just to provide that little bit of extra support, keep everything together, and it's a pretty seamless design. There's really no stitching, there's not going to be any friction on the inside of the shoe. And one thing that I really like about the Nike Free 5.0 for 2014 versus the previous couple models is that it actually has a tongue. It's not like a built-in thing or anything like that. It's a free-floating tongue, which to me I just feel more comfortable with, and it has this nice little foam piece at the end, again allowing it to sit really comfortably right at kind of that joint between your ankle, your foot, and your shin. Moving on to the heel area, you can see that there's no padding to it whatsoever, so it's very, very natural feeling. They're also pretty light as well. You got a nice soft material here at the back, so it's very, very comfortable. And as far as the insole is concerned, it's fully removable. You can see it's got a mesh liner on top. This one is Volt in color. It's got Nike Free on the heel, and it's essentially just an ortholite insole. Very, very soft, nice spongy feel to it, and again, it just makes for really good underfoot cushioning from a shoe that appears to be much more low profile than it actually is. So that's pretty much it as far as all the tech specs and what you need to know about the shoe. And move on next to a quick weigh-in so you can see how lightweight these guys are. Another reason why the Nike Frees act as a good soccer training shoe, in my opinion, is that they're very lightweight. So I'm going to weigh this pair for you today in real time. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 10 US. Going to throw it on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 8.55 ounces. So pretty light for a pair of runners. They are, of course, more low profile, so it shouldn't be too surprising. But for the most part, if you're looking for something that's nice and light, ultra flexible, low to the ground, and going to provide a similar to a soccer cleat running experience, again, I think the Nike Free is a really good option. So that being said, let's move on next to a quick on-feet portion to the video so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit and what the sizing is like. Alright, here's a look at the shoes on feet, and from right out of the box, these are extremely comfortable. As you would expect, they're nice and flexible, so you can kind of wiggle your toes on the inside, and the entire outsole moves with your foot, as you can see. Again, not terribly unlike a lot of soccer shoes out there. I would say that in terms of overall feel, this new Nike Free outsole does feel a little bit more flat in comparison to the older versions, but again, that's kind of a good thing as far as soccer trainers are concerned, because for the most part, soccer cleats are also pretty flat in terms of their overall feel and profile. As far as the overall fit of the shoe is concerned, it's going to be suitable for most foot types, especially because they made it an individual tongue, so the shoe will have the ability to expand. With that being said, though, I wouldn't say that it's the widest through the midfoot, so if you do have really, really wide feet, it may be best to go ahead and try these on in stores prior to buying them. Most shoe stores will actually have these in stock, but the forefoot and toe box area is nice and wide. The mesh is very flexible as well, so no discomfort there whatsoever. In terms of sizing, I personally find the Nike Frees to run about a half size small. Normally I would wear a 9.5 in most running shoes, but for the Frees, I go up a half size, went to a 10, and the fit is absolutely perfect. You don't want too snug of a fit in the running shoes just because it could cause discomfort after a longer period of running. So for the most part, if you are looking to order a pair of these online, I would definitely recommend going half a size up. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing of the Nike Free 5.0 for 2014. Visually, I think it's the nicest Free 5.0 we've seen in the last couple of years. I like the use of more premium looking mesh, more premium feeling mesh even, and I think that this new hexagonal cutout Nike Free outsole is a really cool concept that actually feels pretty good as well, and I can't wait to give these guys a try. Now leave your feedback down below in the comments. Let me know if you guys would like to see more of these flagship runners, if you will, featured on the main channel. Normally this is a type of product that I would showcase on my second channel, Vujo Josh 2, but I figured that this would be something that you guys might be interested in seeing. Again, let me know your feedback down below in the comments. Also, if you have any questions, leave a comment. I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to support it with a like. And of course, if you're interested in purchasing a pair of these for yourself, I'll leave a direct buy it now link down below in the description, or you can check out the review page on my website, also linked down below, where you'll also find high quality images of the shoe, just to give you a better idea as to how they actually do look in person. Other than that, subscribe if you haven't already for more videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.